What is up? Welcome back, Game Brigade fans and family. Thank you for joining me. My name is Brian. Today on the show, we're going to be doing another Should You Back on a game that I'm pretty hyped up for. I might even be backing this one myself, so let's talk about that. It is Dragons of Etchinstone from Chip Theory Games. Now, this is a game that only has a few days left, 3 days left in this campaign. I want to take some time to talk about it because I think this is a kind of a cool, unique system that meets a great price point. That is always something I'm looking for. If you got a game that's kind of intriguing and interesting and it's a good price point, I think it's worth talking about. So let's dive into Dragons of Etchinstone. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is, what is this game? The first thing I want to point out, because this is completely different than my normal take, is this is a solo game. I always want to warn people that are not solo gamers that solo gaming is a completely different experience. At least it is for me. Because when I got into board gaming, the reason that I'm a board gamer is for the social aspect. I love playing games with friends and family and sharing that moment with people. Generally, if I play solo games, I'm playing a computer game, and I have a very few select card-based games that are solo games that I enjoy. Dragons of Etchinstone looks like it could be one of those card-based systems that offers a fun, unique little challenge that is compatible and transportable in a lot of different ways, and I like that. So let's take a look at what this system is. So Dragons of Etchinstone, this is an older system, famous print and play game, which has you basically building a deck, going on a Mage Knight-like adventure where you'll be facing different types of enemies as you travel through different regions, eventually facing a big bad baddie. And you handle this almost entirely in your own palm of your hand. You could play entirely in the palm of your hand. And that's one of the things that was intriguing about this, because I like a game that you could pop out in an airplane seat or take with you on a dinner, by yourself, or go to lunch or whatever. And you could just play this if you wanted to, right there where you're eating lunch. I think that's kind of cool. So how does the game work? Let's see if we can have a how to play here. Let's see if they have any information. Okay, so here's some information. You got the big bad dragon here. This is an example of a region that you be facing with the type of enemies, and the enemy that you're going to be facing will be based on the top card of your deck, which will tell you which number you're going to be facing, and from there you'll have a hand of cards, and you'll have these 4 cards, and your goal is to build a set of 3 cards with the elements you're going to be doing, the type of action you're going to be doing, any type of boosts you're going to be performing to that. It's a very simple mechanic. Let's see if I was kind of showing you here at least. So at the very top of the card, you have the element type. It also has your initiative that you'll be selecting, which is this top number here that determines how fast you're going to be going. When you're comparing it against your opponents, their initiative number is here. So you want to go faster or equal to your opponent. Otherwise, you're going to be taking additional damages from them. And then from there, the next one is the type of damage or type of card you're going to be doing, either movement or an attack here. And then if it matches the color to the top card, stop moving. If you see up here, the element type keeps moving. The element type's up here. If your card that you're playing matches, you'll be doing the boost action. So if I play this red card as my first card and I play this second card here, this yellow one, well, this red fire matches that red 8, which means I'll be doing a boost action. So you're kind of wanting to build out a hand, really quickly here, trying to match systems. And the next thing will be a boost card, which is the bottom element that you can play to either boost your armor or boost your initiative or attack, rather, your initiative or your attack. And then afterwards, you're going to be taking damage. You're going to go back and review this, and you're going to see how much damage they're going to do, and then you're going to use one of your cards to block that damage, which is also going to degrade that card, making it weaker for you later on. At the end, you'll be collecting experience. You're spending that experience to upgrade these cards, which means you're just going to kind of flip them over and turn them over to their alternative side. So it's a really interesting game, simple to learn, and it's kind of fun because the game kind of is unique and different every time. A lot of times I've played games like this that kind of get repetitive, so I kind of like that there's a little bit more randomness based on the top card and who you're going to fight and what region you're in and whatnot. So from there, we have some expansions that are going to be new that they're bringing forward to this with this campaign. You've got the North Vale. It's going to be adding a little bit more elements and new types of cards, which I think is kind of cool. You can see those here. And if you're interested in reading about the lore about these characters, I'd welcome you to check out the campaign page for yourself. we're not going to be diving into that. The next one is the Siege expansion, which is kind of more of a, you're holding a tower. It's kind of like tower defense, as you're going to be facing enemies as they're attacking you, rather than you going on an adventure and going on different types of things from there. So that's that. Let's take a look at the rewards, because this is a very well priced game. And at $30, you're looking at the complete gameplay bundle. I think this is actually a pretty good deal for a solo game that's well loved with a lot of, unique elements if you're into solo games. Also, though, I might say if you're looking for a dip in the waters, dip your toe in the waters of a solo experience, this one might be worth checking out, because a lot of solo games, at least the ones that I have a lot more investment. Even like Marvel Champions, just the core game, you're looking at $60 to $70 to get something like that. So $30 getting the gameplay all in is something cool. The strategist here, if this is something you are looking at, obviously this is not available right now, but this is a special thing that Chip Theory does, where if you are one of the first persons to get this, you get all of their games from going forward for free, effectively, at least the core game. So really cool deal there. You could do individual if you want to just buy the base game by itself for $15. You can pick up these expansions for $12 each. They also have this Felines of Fetch and Bone. This is a completely, cosmetic element addition to your game. It's basically just rechanging the artwork from the game to be aligned to more cats and dogs and cute animal things. So if that's something you're looking for, you can spend $12. It is on sale, 20% discount during the campaign. And the next thing that they're offering is a wallet to kind of play your game, keep your game safe and stored in your wallet so you can pull it out when you want. Something you could totally do if you want. It might be worth checking out. I wish I had a sample of what it was like to have the game, to know if this is something that's actually worth recommending, because I don't know. It's also very personal to you if you would use the wallet and how, things like that would be beneficial to you. $15, maybe. I could see it. So the other thing I like, and this is one of the reasons I really appreciate Chip Theory games, is that, they have their word on tariffs, which is great. I think every crowdfunding campaign going forward, as of right now, needs to at least address it and say what their plan is and what to expect. It's just the world we live in at the moment. And they're basically saying, hey guys, we're dedicated to keep this price, what you're seeing, this price. I do agree with them, because the cost of the manufacturing for this is probably so minimal. Tariffs, aren't going to, because it's the production cost that you're paying tariff on. So it's probably minimal anyways. But I do appreciate that they're addressing it here, and I wish more companies would do that. In terms of shipping, this is the kind of part that stinks, is you're paying $8. It's like almost, over half the cost of the base game itself. But when you're looking at $30, what can you do? Now, there are options for this game to coming retail, but it's only going to be at companies that usually support Chip 3 games through campaigns like this. You can take a shot and just see if you get it at retail, but their games are almost always the same price at retail, if not more. So be aware of that. I've seen a lot of these campaigns, you actually do save money on the actual MSRP costs, because most of these games rarely go on sale. And if they do, they are at the actual listed MSRP on here. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of go back to my big old head and finish this up. And then we're also going to have our secret word for the giveaway entry. I know we didn't talk about this, but there's a giveaway that's on the channel that we're going to be giving away 10,000 subscribers. But overall, I think Dragons of Etchinstone looks like a game that intrigues me enough that I'm willing to probably spend $38 with shipping on it. I think it looks intriguing. I think the systems are cool and unique. And I want games that I could easily pack into my backpack with me when I go on traveling trips, or if I'm heading out of town or doing whatever I'm doing and I don't want to just sit on YouTube all the time. Maybe I want to do something that's going to engage my brain a little bit. I think this kind of fits that perfect realm, especially because all my other solo games are big behemoths that really can only be played on my board game table. So I'm pretty much locked in on backing this, and I don't normally say that on the Should You Back. So I try to present information to you guys to make your own decisions. But I'm letting you know I'm going to be backing this game. I think it looks cool for me enough to back it. For the giveaway, we usually do a secret word, which means a hashtag QOTD for question of the day. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and my question is, do you guys watch Formula One? And if not, Why? Because I'm having a ton of fun watching the Formula One series right now. Just finished the Saudi Arabia race. A lot of fun. And if you do watch Formula One, who's your team? I would love to hear it. Anyways, my name is Brian. I will talk to you guys very soon.